So we are here in the festival after this great show of Ivodincha. Thank you for the show. It was fantastic. So I would like to ask you what was your favorite selfie experience, because the show is about making selfies.
I really liked one selfie that somebody did with the effect of Angela Merkel on my shoulder. Do you know this effect?
No,
There was somebody who made a, because they asked people to make an effect with with the selfies. If they can have some effects, would be great. And I just saw that when she was making a selfie of us, I had Angela Merkel on my shoulder, like animated. That was amazing. It was my favorite one.
yes, okay. And
For tonight, I've
tonight.
seen some other ones. I see somebody with an effect of Santa Claus. So I was like, I was looking at Santa Claus, and it was perfect. Because for example, in this moment, I'm singing a very sad, dramatic song, but I look like Santa Claus, or I have Angela Merkel on my shoulder. This is just the best.
Yes. And could the performative part of the show disturb you as a musician? For example, you have to stop when at least three people.
No, it does not disturb me. It's part of the show. Even this is for me. It's very precious. All these breaks and mistakes and things that like do not work in the context of the rules and regulations of the show. For me, are great because they break the convention of what is a normal concert. Because before I started making music and making songs, I was choreographer and theater and performance maker for so many years, and I learned. And when I started making songs, I felt very limited, and I'm still, when I have a normal concert, I have this limitation of that I'm operating in a very small space, and when I have like selfie concert or when I have any other context where I can enlarge the idea of what a concert or a song is, or kind of breaks this convention, I feel very liberated. So for me, it's very healthy as a musician, as an artist, to create this environment where the music, the rules and regulation of the music world kind of collapse and they're not valid anymore. When I was a choreographer and performance maker, I was thinking then to make concerts and to write songs is the worst thing you can do as an artist, because this is the ultimate convention, And for me, this is the when I any opportunity I have when I can break this convention. For me, it's kind of a paradise moment, because it's a moment of freedom. I really enjoy, and I learned to enjoy the freedom and to find freedom in music making and song making. But whenever I can subvert this, I'm very happy. So selfie concert creates a lot of moments and possibilities and opportunities for subversion of the songwriting music context. So for me, it's perfect.
Okay. And connected to this, how would you define your work in the perspective of theater?
Where it has, first we have to ask the question, what is theater? I mean, it's a very large context. And nowadays, a TV show is a good theater sometimes, So what is a theater nowadays? It's very, for me, it's like, what is love? It's like anything can be articulation or manifestation of love. Anything can be articulation and manifestation of theater. So I see theater everywhere where elements, like we can put elements together that it can communicate or clash or create something else. So for me, there is a lot of theater in this sense. There is a lot of theater in selfie concert because there is a clash of worlds, clash of aesthetics, clash of contexts that you put together that usually don't fit. So you create something new. But it's the same with what is choreography. Is it dance? Is it theater? What it is just is it a concert? You can watch it from perspective of concert, you can watch it from perspective of theater, you can watch it from perspective of contemporary dance. Because I can say I'm doing this because I'm very curious how people relate physically to me, and it's kind of a group social sculpture. It's constantly changing just because of the postures and the movements of the audience around me. So I can say this is a choreographic piece and that's it. You cannot fight it. But you can say it's theater as well, because there is a dramaturgy inside as well. And every people are actors, and we have a dramaturgy of the texts, and the dramaturgy of the relation to the space and the audience. So yeah, in relation to theater, I see it's strongly connected to theater, but through in my perspective, what I think theater is or theater should be, not what people study in the theater academy.
Okay. Yes, I can understand this. And what were your main inspirations in making this show?
I was just asked by the Museum of Contemporary Art in Vienna to make a performance in relation to the connection between music and image a few years ago. So I was thinking, okay, I have to make something about music and image. So I was thinking, I'm going to do a selfie concert. Because I always enjoy to take something that stays very low in the value system of the society, and the selfie as a gesture stays very low. You know, it's something that is the worst thing. It's the worst image, you know, in the value system of the society. And it's especially the artistic and the intellectual. And the selfie is the lowest artistic gesture, the cheapest, the worst. So I was thinking how you can make something which is so low, and you know, make it and transform it into high culture. How you can make something which is so selfish into something which is about we being together. Because the selfie concert, as an artistic gesture, it's as a statement, it's a very social group. It's kind of an orgy, you know, in the best possible sense of it. So it's not about me being by myself making a selfie, it's about we being together, being very close to each other, we protecting the music or the songs by being very close to each other. So it's very loving, it's almost sexual. So it really transforms the idea of what a selfie is in the kind of a pop culture and in the commercial. I hope you experience the same. I mean, people think somebody writes, okay, you make fun of us because people see the worst. People see when they see people around me because they're so used to have the musician in the altar, isolated, you know, in a pedestal, very distant from the audience, and because they have this idea that selfie is something dirty. When they put something dirty close to something which is very special and very masterful and very beautiful, you know, and very vulnerable, when they put those things together, they think that this is a clash that doesn't work, or it's painful, or it shows how pathetic the selfie is, or harmful to something very pure. But I think the opposite. This pureness is the convention of the music that the music world created. That the song or the singer is something special that has to be on a pedestal. Me as a contemporary artist, I think the opposite way. It should be subverted, and it's a beautiful way to subvert it.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.